If you're still deciding what to study, or perhaps you're a bit lost in your career and are considering to transition into a new job, here's a list of some of the highest paying jobs in Australia that don't require a university degree. So if you're interested, keep watching. First on our list is construction manager. This is one of the highest paying jobs in Australia that doesn't require a university degree. But what do people in these roles actually do? Now, the role of construction managers basically involves supervising and guiding workers on everything that relates to daily operations of a construction site. They're involved in all parts of the building site's activities, and they must have a deep knowledge of the building and construction industry. So if you're thinking about getting into the construction industry and you have strong project management and coordination skills, perhaps aiming at becoming a construction manager is not a bad idea. Now, according to SEEK reports, the typical salary for construction manager in Australia is around $195,000 per annum, but it can go up to $205,000 Australian dollars per year. Now, if this sounds good to you, there are a few things that you should know. Most construction managers, at least here in Australia, they start out their career as entry-level employees in the construction industry, and then they work their way up. To become a construction manager or to work in the construction industry here in Australia, another requirement is to have a white card, which you get through completing a certified general construction induction training at a registered Australian organization. And another important point is that while construction managers don't necessarily need to have a university degree, it's always good to have at least a combination of formal training with enough practical experience, including completing a diploma of building and construction management. Now, second on our list is underground miners. If you haven't heard, the mining industry here in Australia pays really well. So much so that many backpackers coming to Australia actually go and work in the mines to earn a bit more money in order to be able to save and then travel around. And the reason for this is mainly because working in the mines does have an element of risk, working in isolated and potentially dangerous work sites. Now, the main role of a miner basically consists of using machines and equipment to dig, load and move materials like ore, coal, rock and sand, either underground or in open pit mines. And miners often work in rural and remote areas and may travel to and from their work sites by flying in and out. So for example, if you decide to work in the mines in Western Australia, perhaps your work arrangements will consist of working in the mines for 2 weeks and then having 1 week off. So that's how it works in general. The typical salary for underground miners here in Australia is around 130,000 Australian dollars per year, but it can range from 120k per year to 140k per year, depending on your experience. Now, a few things that you should know. Similar to the construction manager occupation, underground miners don't need a higher university degree. However, data shows that at least 50% of underground miners do hold some kind of VET qualification, vocational education and training, that's relevant to mining and drilling or surface operations management. Other miners tend to follow the path of completing an apprenticeship or a traineeship and gain these qualifications while they're on the job. And if you're already working in the sector and you want to work your way up, for example, becoming a mine manager, you have the option to complete a diploma in mining management. Third on our list is auto electricians. So if you enjoy doing everything that relates to electronic wiring and electronic components in vehicles, this could be the job for you. Now, the job of an automotive electrician basically involves handling all tasks related to installing, repairing, and maintaining electronic parts and electrical wiring in cars. Now, the typical salary for an automotive electrician is around 140k per year according to SEEK, but this can range from 130k to 150k per year, depending on your experience. Now, a few things that you need to know about becoming an auto electrician. As we said with the other occupations, well, a university degree is not necessary to become a qualified auto electrician. You may need to complete a Certificate 3 in automotive electrical technology, as well as completing an electrical apprenticeship, which may go up to 4 years. So this occupation does need qualifications, but again, not a university degree. Now, when it comes to white-collar jobs, business development manager is fourth on our list. The work of a business development manager mainly entails being responsible for acquiring new customers or clients for a company or an organization. Basically, they focus on strategic planning, form new partnerships, and find new ways to reach new markets. Now, according to SEEK data, business development managers in Australia typically earn around 105K per year, but this can go up to 115K per year, again, depending on your experience and perhaps depending on the industry that you're working in. Now, a few things that you may want to know about becoming a business development manager in Australia. Many people in these roles actually do hold university degrees, but again, this is not a requirement. For example, you can complete a VET qualification such as a diploma in business and combine that with relevant extensive experience, whether it is in sales, marketing, or even customer service roles. So basically, whilst a qualification in business may be advantageous at the time of applying for a job, if you have enough experience working in the industry and working your way up, then you can easily become a business development manager. It's not a mandatory requirement. Now, another white-collar job in this list is security managers. So what do people in this role do? Well, basically, they oversee all security operations in an organization. This includes managing security procedures and policies, supervising staff, and developing security strategies for surveillance, emergency systems, and occupational health and safety. And they can work in different industries and sectors. Now, the typical salary in Australia for security managers is around 115K per year. But again, this can range from 105K to 125K per year. Again, depending on experience, depending on your sector. Now, a few things to know about the security manager's role. Most security managers have a combination of VET qualifications, such as a Certificate 2 in Security Operations or a Certificate 4 in Security Management, with practical experience working their way up as security guards. If you want to become a security manager, you may also need to hold a security license, a working with children tech, a driver's license, police checks, and even a first aid certificate. So again, this role doesn't require a university degree, but you do need to have some kind of qualification combined with experience. Another high-paying job in our list is recruitment manager. You probably heard about recruiters, especially if you're looking for jobs, and a recruitment manager is basically someone who strategically oversees the process of finding, attracting, evaluating, and hiring candidates for job openings within an organization. Now, the typical salary for recruitment managers in Australia ranges between 90K per year and 110 per year. Again, this role doesn't require a university degree, but most recruitment managers in Australia do hold some kind of qualification relevant to human resource management, for example, a Certificate 4 or a diploma in this discipline, combined with extensive experience managing the whole life cycle of the recruitment process. And having great customer service and negotiation skills are also key requirements of this role. Now, next on my list, it's a very interesting occupation, ethical hackers. And this may include occupations such as cybersecurity analyst or consultant or penetration tester. Now, if you're not aware, the job of a cybersecurity analyst basically entails implementing security measures to protect organizations and their information systems from breaches. Whereas the job of a penetration tester, for example, is to simulate cyber attacks to identify weak points in the security of an organization's information systems. And I've actually met, not necessarily here in Australia, but I've met a few people overseas. For example, there's this guy, he's like 25 years old, and he learned how to become an ethical hacker by himself. He's self-taught, and he's earning lots and lots of money. So it's a very high-paying job that it's in high demand all over the world and doesn't necessarily require qualifications, and you can actually do it remotely. Now, here in Australia, the typical salary for ethical hackers ranges between 120K per year to 135K per year. In some instances, it could even be more. Now, having said that, some companies may prefer candidates who do have higher education qualifications, but this is not a compulsory requirement to get this type of job. As long as you have enough industry experience or you're able to demonstrate that you actually have skills in the area, combined perhaps with a VET qualification, for example, a diploma in cybersecurity or relevant professional certifications, you should definitely be employable. Again, ethical hackers is a very high demand occupation. Another surprising job in this list that doesn't require a university degree is digital marketing manager. Now, what do these people do? Well, the role of a digital marketing manager basically entails developing strategic marketing and advertising campaigns for a company's website and social media platforms. And digital marketing managers in Australia typically earn between 100K per year and 120K per annum. Now, again, a few things that you may want to know. You can definitely get a job as a digital marketing manager without a higher degree qualification, as long as you have enough years of relevant skills and experience in the field, such as SEO, email marketing, and social media strategies. Now, having said that, having a VET qualification, at least a diploma in marketing, or having a bachelor in business could be super advantageous at the time of applying for a job in this type of role. As you can see, whilst most of these occupations don't necessarily necessarily require a higher degree qualification. Most of them still need a combination of relevant industry experience that you gain from starting in entry-level jobs and working your way up, and combining this with some kind of vet qualification. And this is something that I always recommend people when they're looking for jobs or when they are looking to transition into a new career, because educating yourself and gaining new skills and qualifications is always one of the best investments that you can make. It's a backup plan, it's a parachute if anything were to happen. So let me know what you think about these occupations. Is this something that you've considered, or perhaps you're already working in the industry or in one of these jobs? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe to keep supporting the channel so I can keep bringing more content for you. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.